Yo, GK Nation.
GPS.
The Grown Folks Podcast.
Oh my God. Welcome to the podcast.
An extension of the Grown Folks Kids Show. Introducing the host with the most.
The great gun. Keeping it kid.
This is going to be fun. Because I'm Batman.
GPS. GPS.
Yo, what's going on there? Ooh, what's going on there, GK Nites, GK Nation, Grown Folks Kids Show.
We coming at you. Coming at you.
GPS. Hey, that's your thing. Hold on. Grown Folks Kids Shows.
GPS.
So you do it better than I do. That's why you got to do it. Do it more. Grown Folks Kids Show.
GPS.
Hey guys, hey people, that's real. That's not even a machine that's doing
not
that.
a machine right there.
That's the real deal
right there.
Hey, so this is an extension of the Grown Folks Kids Show. You want to check us out, go ahead. Those locally, check us out on Channel 14. All right, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. CMTV, 6:30. All right, those for us local here in Spokane, Washington. For those here in Spokane, Washington.
Compton.
All right, but for all of you that's listening to us worldwide, across the nation. Oh man, listen, we're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. I'm still trying to figure out that Instagram. I'll get that figured out.
We'll get it started, man. We'll get it started.
And we all over the place. Let's go to Grown Folks Kids Show.
GrownFolksKidsShow.com.
And that's where everything is.
All right.
Now, since I got that out the way, okay, let's have fun on our podcast. Hey, by the way, we're just a couple grown dudes raising kids, taking care of our families.
Taking care of business.
Man, and still keeping a kid.
Man.
And guess where we coming live from? Charles' mama's basement.
See? Here we go. We in the basement.
His mama's basement.
In the basement.
We're coming from the mama's basement.
I need some fried chicken.
Man, you know what, man? Hey,
Mama!
But you need me to go to the store and go get some grease. I'm down for it.
Man, that Crisco.
Man, hey, we still do Crisco. I don't do all that. Avocado, coconut, with mixed in with olive oil and all that. Give me some Crisco.
Crisco, lard and butter.
Lard.
With some salt.
Good Lord. Get that good Lord out of the kitchen. Get it out of the Frigidaire.
Woo.
That make you do some Ric Flair. Woo. Man, hey. All right, hey, so listen, we got a good show today.
No, see, you do this all the time, man.
What's up, man?
What about the new subscribers? What about the new listeners?
What?
They don't know who you are.
I know they know who I is. All right, this is for the new folk who come and listen to the show, because the show is kind of cracking. So this is what it is. I am... Hold on. Dre. Then who you do?
You know me, I'm just a great gunny.
You gotta put a little something on that. You can say, hey, you know who I am. I'm the great gunny, man. I'm the great gunny. You can say, I'm the great gunny.
I'm the great gunny. I'm just great.
I'm just great gunny. I'm just the great gunny. I'm just the great gunny. You're the great gunny.
GR8 Gunny. Great Gunny. That's where you go.
Hey, listen, we got a good show. We got to wrap, listen, we only did part one. We're going to talk about Avengers Endgame.
We're going to try and wrap it up in this part two.
We're going to try. We'll see how.
It's hard because we left off.
Man, we only got, a quarter way through the movie.
Man, we didn't get a quarter, but we got like 15 minutes into the movie. We left off with a headless Thanos.
That's where we left off?
That's where we left off.
All right. Because that was like 3 podcasts ago. Okay. So we left off with the headless Thanos.
And then you know what happened then?
That was pretty dope.
That was.
He's like, shut up, pow.
He just says, swoop.
You put him in a headlock.
You destroyed them. He
Man.
destroyed those stones.
If they could have beat Thanos that easy, man, why they couldn't beat him easy before he got them stones like that? Was it
Thanos
Captain Marvel? Was the difference?
Thanos didn't care anymore.
He didn't care. He was
did what
chilling.
Did you see he was chilling?
He was chilling.
And when he figured out it was coming, he
chilling.
just laughed at him. He was like,
whatever.
What? You can't. He says, I made sure you
Yeah.
can't change
Right.
what I did.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And so, started off, man. Where did we start off?
We
Where
left
go?
off with him getting with his head cut off.
Okay.
And then the Avengers.
Man.
But
What's up?
then, 5 years later.
Man, you know, that's what I like about the movie too.
Right.
Like, I couldn't wait. You know, one thing I couldn't wait for when this movie came out
What was that?
was to see, not only to see what they're gonna do now, okay, after everything got all messed up.
Right.
But now I didn't know how long. I didn't know they were gonna do like that 5-year gap.
Yeah.
Okay, but I wanted to see what it was gonna be like after the snap and how the world was gonna look. All those people gone and everything. So I really appreciated the Russos for allowing us to see what the world was gonna be like for 5 years.
And you know, the one thing I didn't, the one thing that I wanted to see, I wanted to see like a week after.
A week after?
Just maybe
A week directly after everything.
Yeah, after everything, because you know maybe it's my
Right.
my the you know the Christianity in me.
Okay,
that
what's
I
up?
just wanted to see how people were going to react, because if that really happened, you know, the first thing that was going to come to people's mind was that the rapture happened.
Oh yeah.
Because you know people just
Yeah, people ain't paying attention to aliens attacking the Earth.
they just know
yeah,
that
they might
they
be
just know
outside
my
barbecue.
baby disappeared.
Yeah, you know, we up here in Spokane, you know what I'm saying? We ain't in New York. We barbecuing
and then all
over
of a
there.
sudden Pookie not on the grill no
Yeah, I
more.
was like, whoa, where's my
Uncle
kids
Chuck-
at? Yeah, Uncle
Chuck-
Jeff is gone.
Yeah, you know, in the Grill Masters $3.95.
Yeah. Like the rapture. Oh no, did Jesus leave me?
Jesus, you
I went to
left me,
church a
baby.
couple of times. I got left by
Oh
Jesus.
man, you know.
Oh man, I would have had a meltdown.
You know, there were people be,
Man, I would have been scared. I would have, oh man, the Antichrist is coming. Oh my gosh,
man,
let me
yeah.
run to the mountains. I'm not taking a mark.
All
I ain't
right.
taking a mark. Let me get out of here. Hey, where's my kids? They gone. I lost my wife. My kids are gone.
everything.
And then I just turned on the news. That was a purple alien.
Snapped his finger.
Snapped his fingers, named Thanos, and half the Avengers are gone.
Half the world, half the universe, half of everything. But it also would have messed up the mind, is that the average, normal, ordinary person, it would mess their mind up, because now you got to realize that we ain't the only people that's in existence.
Well, you know, they already knew that, though.
Well, look,
People around the world already knew that,
well,
though.
kinda.
Yeah, you know, come on,
Kinda.
you know, they already
After-
knew that.
You know, but
Yeah, right.
sometimes
right.
people don't believe.
I mean, unless they're living
there's
in a remote
conspiracies.
jungle somewhere where there's no TV or
No,
nothing.
there's conspiracies.
Yeah. Well, how you be conspiracy? You seeing people attacking the city right on the
Man,
news.
okay, Trey.
Now, there's only been 2 cities.
There was only one city
Well,
that got attacked.
San Francisco had a little action too with Ant-Man.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
Right.
But those aren't aliens.
But you know,
No, that wasn't an alien.
no, I know aliens, but you
Now,
know.
Nick Fury knew about the aliens
Oh,
because
I'm sorry, Makovia.
the Wachovia. That still wasn't
Wachovia.
aliens. That was a robot.
I know.
Huh. Which they should have, man. They should have figured out a way to bring my man back.
Hey,
Man, Ultron?
Hey, I'm hearing Ultron might be coming back for Phase 4 because
I hope so.
You know that little head, that who had that head? Brain freeze. Help me with the brain freeze, man. In Spider-Man.
Right.
The
Vulture. Yeah.
He had the head of Ultron. You know,
Yeah.
Ultron only needs
He only needs a circuit.
right.
He's
because he lives in
energy.
Right.
He's
right.
numbers. Ones and O's.
Right. And since I used to be, I understand computers.
He's code.
He's cold. He already has some code
he
locked in somewhere.
Well, what people fail to realize, he was always living, because he
Right.
was living inside of the Vision.
Yeah, he's living in cyberspace.
Right.
So all he needs is a connection. He
they
can
just
regenerate
cut
himself.
him off from
Right.
the rest of the world. But
Right.
he's somewhere in there.
Oh, wait,
You know,
listen.
that's law.
Pretty.
You cannot destroy energy.
Pretty.
bring back James Spader.
Bring back James Spader. Oh my gosh, he was so good. But I need a more ruthless
Yeah, we need a
Ultron,
more
though.
ruthless Ultron.
No, he's perfect.
Yeah, we just need a ruthless.
I need a
Ultron.
storyline. And you need to be more ruthless.
No, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. Okay.
All right,
well,
back to
let's get
Avengers
So then
Endgame.
we get to see. We saw Captain America
Right.
doing what Captain America does.
Right.
And he tries to.
Holding AA meetings.
Yeah, he was holding AA meetings.
Wherever
for
those
people.
meetings were.
Remember that? That's a go back to when he first came back to the world that he lost.
Right.
And
he's helping people cope.
And he's helping people because someone helped him cope.
That's right.
He was giving back.
That's true.
And then the best part that shows you.
I was surprised his partner was what's that dude from Punisher's buddy, his Marine friend,
Twitch.
I'm surprised he wasn't in there helping him out.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
But so here's the deal, man. The best part is you got to really see the weight of what happened.
Oh yeah,
when you saw
on the Avengers staff.
Yeah, when you see
on
period,
the team.
when you saw all the women were picking up the slack because all the men were gone.
Yeah, it was mostly dudes that left.
Shuri had to. Was it Shuri?
No, she stayed.
Yeah, Shuri was still. So yeah, her and
You talking about the bodyguard?
Yeah, the bodyguard. Mm-hmm. Man, now I'm losing points because I don't remember.
Oh, brain freeze.
It's been out there.
Brain freeze.
But we had her and Captain Marvel.
Right.
And you had Black Widow who was running point. Wait. Black Widow was running point.
Oh, you talking about the team?
Yeah, we're still.
Talking about the team? Okay,
no, I'm talking about it again when Black Widow was when everybody was trying to get stuff.
Which is pointing to what's that team that's full of women?
That's the squad, the female Avengers,
right?
A-Force.
Yeah,
but we haven't got to that yet. Though.
Well, they put in a nod to that at the end of the movie.
We haven't got to that part.
Am I jumping too far?
You jumped to the end of the movie, man.
What kind of? But they were setting it up there. Now the women were in charge. You know what I'm saying? And Captain Marvel.
Right. So we got all this thing. Okay. Everybody was doing their due. You see the nod of the budding romance between War Machine and Captain Marvel, which is in the comic book. There was a lot of comic book nod in this movie, which it was a lot of fan service, a lot of lip action.
Yeah, they're hooked up.
But I'm just saying.
Here's the thing though. It was kind of cool to see how Black Widow was still trying to keep it going.
Yeah, she took over the point of what she was. She's a spy. She's military through and through. She's covert operations. She didn't know anything else to do, so she picked up the mantle that disappeared when Fury disappeared.
Man, that would have been cool too. We could have got more of Ronin, right?
Oh.
Boy, well, he was hard.
The good thing
was the best part.
The good thing
of Hawkeye.
Is they gave a nod to it without calling him Ronin.
No, I know.
If you weren't a nerd and you didn't know, so for all you who don't know, you heard Ronin. Hawkeye took over the role of a superhero vigilante that has been passed down between different superheroes.
Yep.
And he took on the role of Ronin. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what a Ronin is,
go ahead. Quick description.
A Ronin is a samurai with no leader, with no emperor. Right. He is on his own. He is taking
free agent.
He's taking the law,
John Wick,
in his own hand. Hey, man, John Wick. There he is.
Hey, he's a samurai John Wick.
Hey, he did make a movie called 47 Ronin.
You know what? To be honest with you, I still haven't seen it.
Oh, you know what? We're not gonna get into that today, Dre.
Man, I wanted to see that movie. When it came out, I wanted to see it bad, and I just forgot about it.
I'm gonna make sure you see it by the end of this week.
Man, I'm going to see it. Okay, what's up?
But back to that. So we got Hawkeye on board.
So we're staying with Hawkeye. How, first of all, like I said in the last show, the Russos were great storytellers. Russos, they put this movie's been put together just right because
perfectly.
It's the absolutely the most. I'm trying to find a word for it. I'm trying to find a word outside of perfect. something else other than perfect. It's just perfect.
It's perfect.
It's just awesome. Put together
Yeah,
because what they did was they made us make an emotional connection to the situation.
Every character.
Right.
Not just the main character.
Not just the main, every character, but they start off with Hawkeye, how all of a sudden
He lost everything.
lost everything, his family,
And then
right?
they cut away and you didn't know what was going
So
on.
that set you up emotionally, be like, God, what if that would have happened to me? Mm-hmm. You see?
Right.
So they had to get you emotionally invested into what's going on. So they want you to make sure you felt the 5 years of depression of what's coming before hope comes back.
Oh, yeah. And the best part about it is they use that to get him back on the team.
It's true.
We found a way.
Yep,
We found a way to bring everyone back.
that's true.
You know, those were her words. Just come with me. You know,
We found a way.
we found a way. Well, we think we found a way because they had to convince a certain angry scientist. We had to an angry scientist.
You want to go there? Okay, let's go there.
Well, we haven't got, you know.
Let's go there.
Well,
Let's go by characters, man.
Okay. Well, let's
Because
let's,
if we dove into characters, then it helps us to get through this movie quicker
all
instead
right,
of piece
well,
by
let's-
piece.
let's- all right, so pick a character. You pick a character.
Well, I just
and
did-
then-
I just did
so
Hawkeye.
Okay, so let's.
And we did Hawkeye already.
We did Black Widow.
We just talked about Black Widow in a sense.
Yeah,
Now
and
I was thinking about Black Widow. Okay. Heartstrings.
Oh,
Okay. I didn't expect that to happen. But until when they said, okay, we're going to go after the Soul Stones. Oh, uh-oh.
well, see, the
Who's
thing
gonna
was
die?
is that when they said they were going to go after the Soul Stone, you had to look at it and say,
Someone's leaving.
we know Hawkeye is willing to give everything to bring his family back.
Right.
What you didn't get is that you knew that they were close.
Oh, yeah. Brother and sister.
But the point was is that you thought that they would have found a way for them to both make it out.
I thought so too.
And when the fight was going, it was a little funny. You know,
Yeah.
so we're jumping around. So bear with us. We're jumping around. We're gonna follow the pattern. So they're fighting, and I'm looking at. I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny. You know, he's shooting the arrow. She tried to get away, and then she do this, and she grabs him with the grappling hook, and then he was like, well, I got it, and he jumps. And then she hits him with the grappling hook and then shoots up, and then he's holding her, and she was just like, let me go. And that right there,
Woo! Man, that was.
I don't know what was going on. I think they hit the air conditioner a little too hard because my eyes got a little condensation on them. Because when she said, just let me do this.
Go ahead, let me
give
do this,
to
let me go. Right.
Because she cared about him so much that she knew the pain that he was going through because she's known him. You know, they're both assassins, but he was an assassin.
And
with
she didn't have a family.
And she didn't have a family. And
Right.
the only family she had was him.
Right.
And she was willing to sacrifice everything
For him.
for him. But she knew that it was more than just for him.
And it was out of love.
Yes.
It wouldn't have worked if
wouldn't have worked
they didn't love each other.
Yeah, if they didn't love each other. You
Yeah.
know? It wouldn't have worked if there was
And
no
now
caring.
we're going to see it
that was-
in the Black Widow movie.
And that was real love. That was like, that wasn't a physical connection love. That was
No.
a camaraderie, you're my best friend type of love. Like,
Right.
like I've known guys when
Right.
I was in the Marine Corps that we had a love for each other, that
Right, you'll
we
die
were
for 'em.
willing to die for each other.
Right.
You know, and sacrifice.
That's it.
You know.
That's a agape love.
Yeah.
That Jesus talked about. Right. So here's the thing. For the upcoming Black Widow movie, the cool thing about it is I think that what's gonna happen, which I'm also reading a little bit here, is it's going to go back to how she became the Black Widow, and what happened in their relationship, how they came together, and how they got to know each other. And then, it was briefly mentioned in the earlier movies, but it's going to be a kind of a prequel-ish type of movie, and we're going to see how and why they had that connection for each other. And I'm glad that she will get at least a movie before it's all said and done.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for that. But that connection was awesome. But in, you know what? Let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. What do you?
Who remained?
Rocket.
Okay, now Rocket. Okay.
Oh man, Hold on. If we're gonna talk, no, we can't talk about Rocket until we talk about the most funniest. And this is all right. So people, if you're not a comic book nerd, you're not really into comics, and this happened, and people are gonna say, "Oh, that just happened," but this happens a lot in comic books.
What's up?
It's called the Stan Lee accidental happenings.
The Stan Lee accidental happen.
These things happen.
Accidentally
happen all the time.
Okay.
So
what's up?
Your boy Ant-Man.
Okay.
He was stuck in the microverse.
Right.
And how did he get back?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the accidental,
a rat just accidentally decided to be in the exact place at the exact time and at 5 years and hit it. Right. Stepped on the button to turn on the power, which the battery of the car wasn't dead. You know, so all of that, there was a whole bunch
could you imagine him?
Hey,
5 years come out as a different world?
When he came back 5 years and he went looking and he saw that little kid and he was like, "Kid, what's going on?" Blah, blah, blah. But the worst part was, not even the worst part. Let me tell you, Marvel and Disney, you need to take notes. They got the same girl, 5 years older.
Oh.
No, not even 5 years older.
Well,
7 years older.
No, wait, Ant-Man came out just a few years ago. So she's about 3 years so older. She just looks older.
The whole thing is they used the same people.
They used the same girl.
The same girl.
She did look older because, she was a young girl. And at this age,
But remember, there was two Ant-Man movies.
3 or 4 years make a big difference.
No, remember, there was
because
two.
She was
in both Ant-Man movies.
Yeah, she was like 7, 8, whatever. Yeah, and 12 is a lot different than 8.
Right.
Or 11 and 10-year-olds are different.
The whole thing is,
9-year-olds. So that was perfect.
She was there.
She was there. Same girl.
And
no stand-in, no new girl.
But yeah, she was there.
Right.
And the hurt.
Right.
Because
for 5 years.
She grew up. He missed that.
Right.
But to him, it was 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, my mind was blown.
Because I thought he was going to get there and there wasn't going to be no one there and he was not going to know what to do.
Well, I knew they showed it even during some of the trailers.
Well, see, I didn't watch. I only watched one trailer.
Oh no, yeah, in the trailers.
Okay,
you had a sense that it was going to be because of him coming out later because they.
I'm just talking about his daughter being there. I didn't think she was going to be there.
Oh, okay.
I knew he had something because he was in the first trailer.
That's the small
he
stuff.
Was going to
show.
Well, when you're a parent, and you just find out
you're getting all into the deep emotional stuff now.
But the whole movie was deep and
man,
emotional.
Come on, man. We ain't talking about a Notebook here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't critiquing Notebook now. You get a little too deep with me now. Come on, man. Get back to the comic stuff now, man.
This is comic
come on,
stuff,
geez.
man. This is
you getting all
emotional
Notebook
content right here.
Oh man, come on, man. Loving basketball. That's what you're getting on me right now.
What does that got to do about him and his daughter?
Oh, come
That's
on.
His daughter. That's what he was doing to be Ant-Man. She was the reason why he wasn't doing bad stuff.
Let's talk about the time vortex that they...
We ain't got to the time. You can't get to the time vortex yet.
Jeez.
You know why you can't get to the time vortex?
What's up?
Because we ain't talked about the best thing.
Oh, what's that?
That Thor.
Oh my gosh. I know we're bouncing around people. I know we just said Rocket, okay?
No, we're going to get back to Rocket.
We'll get back to Rocket somehow. But that fat Thor had me dying, boy.
Kirk and Meek.
Those are my, man, Korg and Meek?
Korg and Meek.
Pretty please, can we get a Korg and Meek movie? I am in the front. I am in the front row.
I don't want a movie.
I want a movie.
I want a TV show. I want to see them every week.
No, I don't know.
Man, they're a sitcom. They are a sitcom. Can you imagine them doing their little thing?
Oh, no, yeah, you know what?
Man, that's a sitcom, dude. That's a half an hour.
Can we do that Disney Plus 7, 8 episodes? Because that's why they went to Disney Plus. Because Netflix has this formula where they like to expand shows 16 to 22 episodes, 23, and Disney was getting frustrated with that. And fans were getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated with that because I'm like, you know what? Can we just do this in 8 episodes?
Well, you could just have an episodic show. It don't even have to be.
You
It don't have to be an hour. This is Kirk and me. This is like, okay, this is gonna show my age, but
They might get a Disney
remember,
Plus.
You remember?
They might get a Disney Plus.
Remember that old?
I'll see a movie.
Huh?
I'll watch a movie.
I mean, yeah, a movie would be cool, but those guys, man, you could just see. You could
God,
be
those
like,
guys are funny, man. They're so cool.
their voices.
Oh man, they're so
Wanna play
cool.
some Fortnite?
I just called me names again.
But just going that they went to go visit
Yeah, Fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
That threw me
They
off.
didn't even,
I was not expecting that.
man.
And that's another emotional thing.
That's emotional.
A demigod, or whatever you want to call him, okay, fell into depression. Now, how humanizing that is.
More than falling in depression, he
was severely depressed.
He did more than was depressed. He was
broken. He was broken. That shows some humanity
because
on him.
But this was the thing that his father was trying to explain to him all this time, is that there's more to being the king than going into battle,
Right.
forcing your will.
And you know, he said, you're not a god. You bleed just like everybody else.
You know, he
you
said
die
you just live longer than the rest.
Right. And that right there,
And that's something
when that moment when you see the Fat Thor, that tied into what his dad was saying. You're
Right,
not
all
no
of
god.
it.
You're
Yeah.
just like they are. You just live longer.
Right.
Right.
You know, but yeah, seeing he saw his father fade into nothingness. He had to kill his
Oh my
sister.
gosh.
He saw half of his civilization burn because of his sister.
Oh my
Then
goodness.
he saw another half of it get destroyed by Thanos in a fight on a ship.
Who
Then-
killed his best friend.
Yeah, who killed his brother.
Right.
And then,
And his best friend.
well, yeah,
Well, they were considered
right.
homies, okay?
Yeah. And then,
And then-
after the snap, another half of that half. So he had like a quarter of people.
He felt like a failure.
And that's the thing, is that none of this has ever happened in the lineage
To a
of-
god, a demigod.
And he felt like a failure. And that's why
Exactly.
he passed, and that's why he was like, you do what you want. We got New Asgard, which was a throwback to another comic book, which was pretty cool. And then he gave it to Valkyrie.
Right.
And
Right.
then he became
A new member of the
He
Guardians.
became the dude.
The dude.
He became the dude.
He's the dude now.
He became the dude Thor.
He's the dude Thor now,
But a lot of people was mad about that, and I was like, you must not have seen Vikings from back in the day. You know, Thor was away because he was a
Have you seen Vikings back in the day, man? Did you hit a time ship or something?
man. Have you not seen
What do you know about Vikings?
paintings and stuff? Paintings and stuff. You know, the
Yeah.
Vikings were big.
Man, they were
robust.
huge.
They were huge men. They weren't all.
Oh, no.
You know,
It's
they,
all-
they got that. They got movies kind of messed up.
They weren't
your
all
thought
Game of
process.
Thrones-ish?
Yeah, they weren't all ripped with abs from 300.
Yeah.
So and then my favorite part.
Another human connection.
My favorite part.
These guys are brilliant. What's up?
when he grabbed the hammer and he said, "I'm Thor," and the lightning came down and changed him into his suit.
Oh,
But he stayed fat.
He still said,
He stayed fat, and his beard.
Yeah, his beard still. That was
twisted
dope.
up and stuff. Man, he
really looked like a Norse then.
real Norse Viking.
Yeah, but
man, that
they
was
got
awesome.
rid of that clean shave, that clean haircut.
Oh man, it
was
just came
done.
down. And, man, he looked good, and he had both of them.
Oh man.
When he was like, what is he doing?
Oh man.
Yeah,
so that's another cool thing about this movie. Another human connection.
Oh, yeah.
Each of the DC, please take notes. How they made their superhero, and they didn't have to do this, by the way.
No, they didn't have to make us feel like
This
they
is
were
not-
human because
these are comic book.
These are comic book characters.
Yeah, right.
Pantheons.
They don't have to do this, but they did because it made a connection to every human being on the planet. That's why they're making trillions of dollars
Because
on this
there
movie.
was so
Because you don't
many
have to be a comic
social
book fan.
issues.
There are a lot of social issues. You don't even have to be a comic book fan to watch this movie because you made a emotional, internal connection because you empathize with the character because a lot of you have been through the similar stuff.
Right.
Like, I know what that feels like.
To feel like a failure.
Right. I know what this feels like. So that victory at the very end was so bittersweet.
Oh, yeah.
It was more than comic book guys beat the bad guy. All right, go through, okay, I doubt myself of being a superhero. Okay, now I'm kind of re-energized by my sidekick or woman interest in the movie. And I get new motivations from a kid who holds up a sign that says, go ahead, go Spider-Man, we love you. You know, something like that, okay? And then all of a sudden, now you're re-energized. You say, you know, I will not quit, whatever, and you beat the bad guy, and you overcome the bad guy, and you get your victory. This wasn't that.
No.
It tapped into the emotional, mental health strings.
Oh, yeah.
It tapped into depression.
Oh, yeah.
It tapped into loneliness.
Conviction.
It tapped into conviction.
It tapped into a
It
lot
tapped
of
into
things.
failure.
Yeah.
To everything that makes a human human. They took this movie to make sure, no, we ain't doing just a normal comic book movie.
Yeah.
We tapping into, like, this is some good stuff,
Yeah,
some
they
drama.
tapped into humanity.
Exactly.
These guys had all the power in the world, and they broke just like you and me.
Yep.
You know, it went to show that no matter how strong, how much talent, how many powers, how much wealth you have,
Yep.
you'll break. And the best thing was,
Exactly. No
they
matter
had
how
it-
high the totem pole you are.
yeah, you can break too. And you need someone to lean on.
That's right.
And that was Thor's problem. His pride wouldn't allow him to go
lean, no.
to anyone.
Nope.
It took forever
Right.
for them to get him into the position.
Oh, speaking of that.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that, Mr. Great Gunny. That was pretty brilliant of you because
I try.
Oh, that is because you're right. He didn't allow himself to have someone to lean on. He lost his girlfriend too. Now, how human is that?
We really don't care
got
about
dumped.
her, but okay.
No, but like,
No, I feel you.
getting dumped
'Cause
like a normal human being, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's like, you know, I ain't get that right. But
I'm
the one
Thor.
person
I
he
can
did,
have any woman.
the one person he had to lean on, okay, was his mama.
And she was killed and
then
taken
when he-
from him.
And when he went back in time and had that connection with mom, and then she knew exactly what was going.
When
gosh.
we start doing the back in times,
Oh my gosh.
all the connections of man.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead. Tell me something. Tell me something, man.
We about to tread into you talking about Notebook, man. We about to tread into the pain zone in a minute.
Well, hold on to that
But
thought.
we're not getting there because we still got Rocket. to
Wait,
talk
hold
about.
on to that thought. Show identification, please.
Man, nobody want to see no identification. Okay, identification.
Yo, welcome back.
Yeah,
All right.
we back.
All right.
Cutting me off.
Yeah, we got it. You know, I want people to know
Got
what
the
we
skills
is.
to pay the bills.
Here we go. So, hey, what was that thought?
So we're gonna run off to the funniest man in the movie, besides the funniest looking man in the movie, Thor. We're gonna talk about Rocket. If Rocket don't get his own TV show or his own movie, I don't know what to do.
I don't know if I want to see a movie. I like to see a Disney Plus show.
Rocket and someone else would be hilarious. Just his little one-liners.
Well, you know it's gonna be Groot. It has to be Rocket and Groot.
Well, Groot
'Cause,
will be
he takes
there,
care.
but
he
you
takes
gotta
care
have
of
someone
Groot.
else because Groot don't do nothing but say, "I am Groot."
I know, but he takes care of Groot. Groot is
And
like his.
I
It's like Meech and Korg and Meech.
Korg and Meech
Korg
are
and
different
Meech.
though. They talk.
Meech don't.
Meek can talk.
Meek.
Yeah, he
He
can.
doesn't talk though.
Not much.
Well, okay.
No, I read the comic books. I'm just saying.
Well, in the comics, okay. Yeah, but I'm
But
talking about movies though.
does the puppy want to go to space? Who all's here been to space?
Who hasn't been to space? Oh, would you like to go? He said,
Don't throw up in my shit. Okay, all right.
Well, the thing about it was he was feeling the cool thing. He got humanized. He tapped into it. He was not a human, but he tapped into those human emotions,
Right.
Because he didn't feel like being a jerk anymore. He said few little cracks here and there, but he was like, yeah. You just tell like it didn't mean the same.
Because
he
had
lost that spirit of. But
he found a purpose.
right.
At first, he didn't have a purpose. He was just angry at the world for being who he was.
Right.
You know, he didn't know why he was created the way he was. He didn't ask to be this way.
Right.
And so all of that was his defense mechanism. That's why he was the way he was. That's why he didn't care about nobody. That's why him and Groot worked so well together, because Groot, what people don't know, Groot is basically like a demigod. And you know, you can't really kill Groot. But you know, Groot was that perfect character to be with someone, because he understood. It's kind of like
the Misfits.
he was the
Misfits.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
He was the Scooby-Doo of the group.
Yeah, I get you. And here's the thing, though, too, is and when they make that movie, I think he is getting something. I was reading something that was thinking about a script for him, which they should explain how he became to be, how he broke out the way he broke away from, escaping wherever he escaped, and the scientists,
they
all
can
that
have
stuff.
like a little quick thing, but I don't want him to do a whole movie of just him and someone. I'd rather him be popping up, because they're about to go into space.
Right.
So that's going to be so.
Man, can you imagine the next galaxy of the Guardians 3? They got to start that relationship. Him and Gamora's got to start that.
Well, we'll get into that, because
Star-Lord.
you don't really know if she's out there or not. He's searching for her, but that doesn't mean she's there. But we'll get into that.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
We'll get into that.
All right, go ahead.
So let's see. We've talked about Rocket. We've talked about.
And he lost his family.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
He's lost everything.
Right.
We talked about Black Widow. Talked about Thor.
Right.
Redemption. So we've had redemption on all fronts.
Right.
Black Widow gave a redemption for all the things that she's done.
Right.
Thor got his redemption.
Well, let's talk about the heavy hitters now, since we're kind of down to about 20 minutes here, 25.
Yeah,
let's talk about
to go into part 3. But the heavy hitters.
Yeah. Let's talk about the heavy hitters, like Captain America. Now, would you have done that? Would you say, okay, which I think I would have too. All right, so I've been on Earth here for about 80, 90 something plus years, 100 plus years. Okay, frozen half of it. Been, fighting all these battles and everything. And I'm sitting there trying to put the stones back to where they go. And I'm sitting there thinking, and I'll be like, boy, I just want some love. I just want some loving. I'm tired of being Captain America. I just want some loving. I want that. Ooh, boy, you know how then back in the day, they had the apron on, they sitting in there, cooking, doing their, 50s things that they do the cooking. Now I know everybody going, that's not what a woman is. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm talking about the 50s in context, okay? All right, so calm down a little bit.
Right.
She probably in there, I can see it now. He's driving by, and he's looking there, and she's probably looking at her mail coming in, sitting there, doing some stuff in the kitchen. Then go sit down in the chair. He's looking through the window, and he's probably like, I don't think I want to go back to 2018. I think I'm done. I'm 19.
I think you missed the whole thing.
I'm done. I would have done the same thing. I
And
said,
Captain America, look.
I would have said, no, I'll give me some apple pie.
This was written in Captain America, the first one.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
Remember she got married.
She sure did.
And when he heard that she got married, it kind of hurt him.
It destroyed him.
But the point, it didn't really destroy him.
Well, it didn't destroy him, but it hurt him,
because remember, he went to
hurt.
see her before
Right.
she passed.
Right.
But the thing is she married him.
Right, hold on. Give me a second.
Go back and watch the when they had that conversation. When she was telling them the
Well,
guy.
wait a minute now. You're going to get me thinking all on this timeline stuff now. I already got a headache from the Flash season here in the last season at the end of the season. It gave me a headache with all that timeline stuff.
Ain't got nothing
My
on the way the
goodness.
Russos did this timeline.
Man,
'Cause
that Flash one's complicated.
When we get into the jokes
But
that
my
they
head
did
hurts.
about time,
Oh my gosh, man. For those, go ahead and watch. Listen, The Flash is still the best one on there now. I agree with Arrow having to cut a little bit because, it just ran its course. But that Flash is on point in the last 5 episodes of the season. You just got to bear with it. You got to be patient. It is on fire. But anyways, so timeline stuff. Let me think. It was him, huh?
It was him.
How's that possible if he didn't go back yet, though?
But he did go back. It's time.
And you know what's crazy about this whole timeline, since we're talking about this movie thing, now they did it a little different. Okay, they got a little even deeper with it, because the current reality won't change. They can change they can just undo what he did, but the current reality wouldn't change.
Exactly. So basically what they said is, basically what they said is regardless of what you do, if something happened in time, regardless of what you do when you go into the past, it's still going to happen. It may not happen that way, but it's still coming to pass.
Well, if you do not put those stones back,
you'll just break off. You'll break another timeline.
You break into another timeline, and the current timeline will be the forces of darkness will destroy that.
But they still didn't change time. They couldn't change. They couldn't go in the past and stop Thanos from making the snap.
Right.
They had to go in the past to get the timeline to bring people back, but they couldn't
get the stones and bring
what happened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So that's a total different than Flash's stuff.
And they broke it down to you. They said,
okay, all right,
they said that we think we know everything about time because of what? Movies.
Right.
They referenced Back to the Future. They referenced Hot Tub Time Machine. Well, that was pretty fun. They referenced all the movies of going into time.
They gave us a whole different take on timeline.
And basically what he said is,
okay, go ahead.
Regardless of what you do,
right,
time still is going to happen.
Right.
So if you go back to try to kill Hitler, you may have killed Hitler, but somebody else is going to come into power to do the things that he did.
Right. So, you know what, though? Because even Thanos hinted that, too.
Yeah.
Like, this is, he said, what's that word? What's that word? Not inevitable, but...
inevitable.
He did say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So he hinted that you can't change. Once he does it, you ain't going to be able to change it.
You can't change it.
So the only way to do it is to repossess the stones because of the reality stone.
Yeah, and bring people back.
Right, because he had a soul and a reality stone. So you can bring the souls back and you can put them in current reality. Mm-hmm. All right, so, but you can't change, you can only undo, reset. No, it's not even a reset. It's an undo.
Yeah.
Right.
And they really didn't undo.
They didn't really undo it. They just brought people back.
They brought people out of the time of the Soul Stone. See, that's something
that's what it is. They brought them out of the Soul Stone.
The people who disappeared were in the Soul Stone.
Yeah, they were in the Soul Stone. So they brought people out of the Soul Stone, and with the Time Stone, they brought them into the Reality Stone. They brought them into current reality.
Right.
Right. So they couldn't put them in 5 years ago. So
they couldn't go back in time and stop it, but they could go back in time to get the means.
And that's what Iron Man said.
Kinda.
Right. He said, I don't want to lose what I have.
Well, that was his thing. Right. Is that he didn't want to lose what he had because
we do it.
He became a better person because of this.
Right. And so he says, if I'm going to do this, I don't want to mess up this current reality.
But see, that's the same thing. But remember, Captain America and Black Widow had a conversation about like that.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America came in and said, I was out there and I saw 4 humpback whales. The air is cleaner. Things are growing a certain way. I saw animals that I never saw since I was a little boy. Remember, that was like 100 and some years ago.
Right.
And she was like, are you going to tell me that what Thanos did had some merit?
True.
Which it did have some merit. And this goes back to
it did reset everything.
Yeah, but it did more than reset it. It made you think that, hey, we aren't holding our own weight.
Oh yeah, they did put some of that humans messing up the Earth.
Remember
They put some green stuff. I don't know. They put that Star Trek. Yeah. They put some some green libertarian save the ozone.
Hey, but
climate control.
If you ever notice,
hug a tree thing.
Every villain does that.
Yeah,
that's in a Marvel movie. Every villain.
Well, yeah, Ultron was trying to do that.
Ultron was like that.
Right.
I mean, even if you really want to go into it, Killmonger was like that.
Right.
You know.
So that whole timeline thing,
we can talk about the timeline forever.
Man, that was awesome because it gave a better take on time, even though it was a little confusing. But I still say it's not as bad as it's confusing as the whole Flash stuff. Man, that stuff give you a headache. But I like that Captain America said, "Okay, I am done. I'm gonna give you some apple pie. I'm going back in time and be hooking up with my woman." I would have done the same thing, man. I just would have been tired. I want some loving. I don't think they could. You think they had kids, didn't they?
They didn't say.
Well, didn't she say when she called her grandma when she was older?
No, she didn't say there was a grandma. I think that was.
Well, there was she had a grandkid. What movie was that?
Oh no, that's right.
Yeah,
Peggy Carter's. Yeah.
Yeah. Would that be his? If she was the one, he was the one he met.
See, here's the deal. It could be his.
Well, but no, because you just said you can't change time.
You can't change time.
So what he did was he just probably went back before she got married and married her instead of her marrying somebody else.
That's what I'm saying, Joe. It could be his.
Oh, no,
but we don't even know if
speaking about those 50s,
we don't even know if Agent 13's around.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on.
Didn't Agent 13 die?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think Agent 13
My brain's not even in that spot. You know where my brain is?
Where's your brain?
When Iron Man got his closure with his dad.
Well, you ain't even see.
We got to bounce around because we don't got a lot of time, so I'll just bounce around. So if we talk about timeline, we might as well just go ahead since we're in that area.
You want to talk about closure with his dad?
That was awesome.
Iron Man got closure.
That was awesome.
He got like 5 different types of closure.
He sure did. Oh my gosh. It was like a send-off. You already knew he was going to die because it was like his sending off.
Right.
This movie's really about him.
Yeah, it started with him.
It started with him and it's ending with him. Right.
No, and so much people don't realize Spider-Man movie, that's about Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. It closes phase 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man movie closes phase 3.
I just watched, they on YouTube they had a little 2-minute clip of the movie.
I don't want that. I didn't watch.
It was showing a conversation between.
No, don't say nothing. All I saw was the teaser trailer, and I don't want to know nothing else.
No, it's not no spoiler.
It's a spoiler because I didn't see it.
That's not a spoiler. They just showed a conversation between Mysterio and Spider-Man.
Okay.
It's simple as that, and it was kind of cool because you got to see how what Mysterio looks like in his full suit. I think it was pretty dope. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, so Iron Man. Jarvis, Howard Stark. That was awesome.
Oh, that was more than awesome.
That was so good. And the cool thing, he got to finally understand his dad because his dad was having him because his wife was pregnant with him.
Well, he was understand. He
said, "I'll do
he didn't
anything
get a chance to. He didn't get a chance to apologize to his dad for the way he felt.
Right.
Because his dad died.
Right, and he got a deeper understanding on his dad's true feelings.
He also got an understanding of what it meant to be a dad.
Yep.
That's the thing. Is Tony Stark had always been about him.
Right.
It was always a selfishness. And Tony Stark found what made him tick.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Ain't that something? Because really, to be honest with you all, I understand Marvel, and this is Marvel's comic book movies and all the Marvel characters and the movies and everything. But the reality of everything, these full 10 years of movies was centered around Iron Man.
Yeah.
Tony Stark. They announced Iron Man in 2004. And 3, it was like, because I remember it was 4. I was like, why are you guys going to talk about Iron Man movie coming in 2008? And this is like 2004 or 3 or something like that. I was mad because I was like, that's years from now, right? And it was worth the wait. When that bad boy came out, whew,
it was a bomb.
It was the bomb. But they picked a character, a lead role guy, usually Captain America, but they make sure that Captain America and Iron Man It was simultaneous. It was pretty much Superman and Batman for Marvel.
Close.
Right. No, I'm not talking about on the superhero level. I'm talking about as storytelling.
Yeah, close.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because DC tried to do the same thing with their Batman, Superman, and it failed. Right. So
we're not going to talk. About
I know. We don't have to talk about that. But they closed out because who's the two that left? Captain America and Iron Man. Right. Mm-hmm. So this whole 10 years, phase 1 through 3 was centered around Captain America, as it should be, and Iron Man. How they went from what they had to do, the story that caused them to get there, they're trying to figure themselves out, now they're leading the team, and then the two big bosses fight each other, little brother friction between homies, brothers fighting. They come together for a cause, put the world on their shoulders, and they both left. They both end up getting their peace. Him with his child, he goes back in time, hooks up with his woman. He can die in peace because he saved the world and he saved a better place for his daughter.
No,
boom.
You missed out.
What did I miss out on? What?
His daughter wasn't the reason why he became a better man.
Well, I thought he became a better man because I thought it was a daughter. What do you think it is?
It was Spider-Man.
That's true.
He lost.
There was a piece of it.
He was the first person.
It was like his son.
He was the first person that he actually was trying to make. And it went back to the very first Spider-Man.
That's true.
In Homecoming.
That's
when
true.
he told him, he said, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me.
Just like his son.
That was a straight up moment.
He didn't have his mentor. Right. Uncle Ben is gone.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh.
Man. I'm telling you, look, I got
Marvel,
the
you on point, dude.
Because Spider-Man, and then
Marvel, you on point.
The best part was, and we jumping around, but
that's what we do.
When
it makes conversation better.
When Tony Stark saw Spider-Man,
yep,
and he gave him that hug because he was there,
yep,
and Spider-Man was like, "Oh, this is nice." That was a feel-good moment.
Yeah, he didn't care because
then he was complete because he had his own seed.
That
he made sure that she was still here.
Right.
And then he saw the woman of his life, the woman he loved, pick up where he had left off,
right,
because he made that suit for her a long time ago,
right,
and she just wouldn't use it. And she showed up.
Woo!
And then Peter came back. He was complete. That was his Trinity.
That's it.
That was his Trinity.
He could die in peace.
And he didn't know he was going to die.
He didn't, but he realized once he snapped out. He knew he was going to
remember, Doctor Strange told him a long time ago. If I told you, it won't happen.
It won't happen.
But Doctor Strange knew what he was doing.
Right.
But speaking of that, now we got to go
to Doctor Strange.
We got to go to the Incredible Hulk.
Ooh, what's up?
Well, that's how we knew. That's how you got the first stone. Because he went, that's how you got the time stone. Because we got the thinking Hulk, Professor Hulk, Mr. Fix-It.
That is the only thing in the movie.
Not like it?
No, I liked it. There's nothing in the movie I did not like.
Okay,
because for real, listen.
Because Professor Hulk is
every tiny thing in this movie I liked. Every little thing. There was nothing in there that was a negative. No, the zero. I never said that about him. Well, yes, I did. The first Batman, Christopher Nolan Batman. Second one.
The second one.
Second one. Yeah. The Dark Knight.
All right, the Dark Knight. Because I was going to say
there was nothing bad in that movie. All good. All good. All good.
Let me think.
Try to think about it.
I'm because you know me. I'm the critic of critics when it comes to Batman.
Nothing bad.
Yeah,
nothing bad.
There's nothing bad.
Nothing bad.
Yeah, I take it back. I wasn't too much keen on the Two-Face issue.
Well,
that kind of.
The only thing is I would love to see him be in Two-Face mode about extra 5 to 7 more minutes.
I'd liked him to actually be Two-Face.
Well,
they got rid of him as soon as he became Two-Face. He was gone.
We gave him about 5 minutes. I agree with it in the sense that Joker is such a big piece that to run with Two-Face on that level, it didn't have been room for him and Joker at the same time. I like Joker creating being the catalyst for
Here's
the Two-Face.
My thing is they could
That's the only thing. I'd like to see 5 more minutes of him, and then I would have been okay.
You know, it would have been better.
What's up?
If Two-Face would have been a part of the third one. If he wouldn't have really been Two-Face until the third movie.
I agree. I like the Bane thing. We needed a Bane.
No, you can still have Bane.
But no, Two-Face is too.
I'm trying to tell you,
He's
man.
too. He's not like big, but he's big. Well, okay, his character takes a lot of attention.
Right, but he didn't have to be the focal point.
You know, he's not really a side character like Poison Ivy or something. Well, Poison Ivy.
But Two-Face works with other. He's the type of person who he gives you the chance. I'll flip.
He does.
Heads.
He does.
I'll follow you for now.
But I just don't see Bane as such. Bane and
well, they needed something to make that movie better. But back to because you know
we're going to that. But anyways, since we kind of we might have to bleed a little bit over an hour here because we can do what we want. But we promise we won't keep it too long. Here's the thing. What was
we're
I saying?
talking about the Hulk.
Okay, yeah. So it might be my least favorite. I was okay with it. That Hulk didn't really move me. And I'm glad that they kind of didn't put a lot of attention on him in the sense of we now know that he ain't the smartest guy out there. Tony Stark is pretty far and beyond.
Tony Stark's always been pretty far and beyond.
Yeah, but up to this point, you thought they were kind of almost headed.
Well, they are still, but in their own fields. In their own fields.
Right.
But like I said, time travel.
Right.
And time travel is something that Tony had to guess at.
Right.
He was guessing at. It's the same thing that Bruce said. Bruce, it wouldn't have worked if they both weren't have been there. Right. There's only one person in the Marvel universe that's smarter than both of them, and he hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah.
So, but
tell the crowd that too. You just said that, and they were like, "Whoo!"
Oh, you talking about Mr. Fantastic? I mean, Shuri's actually smarter than Tony.
Well, they said that.
Shuri is actually
she's smarter.
She's smarter than
because
Tony.
she had access to higher technology.
Yeah, but she's just
and she's smarter.
She's just smarter.
Right. Which is good because she's going to take over that role now.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully.
For the whole, they said that.
Her or the little boy.
They said that she is now the new smart person for the phase.
Her or
4.
the little boy. They still thinking about that.
She's all in it. She's all in it.
Remember the boy from Iron Man 2?
Yeah, I know the boy from Iron Man 2, but
he was in the movie.
Yeah, but Shuri is.
I know Shuri, but
huge fan favorite too, by the way.
She's a
huge fan favorite.
But
so
you'll see because you didn't read the comic.
No, I didn't read that, but I know what you're saying. So I'm just going off the movie. I wasn't a big fan of the small Hulk. I know it was coming. Because you had to show that phase of the Hulk, I understand.
Not even showing that phase, but
that set up Planet Hulk?
Well, we already had Planet Hulk.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. And Hulk and Thor in the Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, they put that in there, didn't they?
Yeah, that's where Meek and Court come from. But I like what they did because they showed that even Bruce had to figure out that it's him. The Hulk was him.
That was cool.
He had to figure out why.
That's cool.
But you can't tell me it wasn't funny when they were sitting in the diner.
Funny.
When he was like, take a picture.
It's funny.
And then he was like,
That's
Ant-Man.
my question, though. Would you watch a Hulk movie with that version of the Hulk? I wouldn't.
I don't know if I could watch a Hulk movie, period. But you know what? I could watch a Hulk movie with that, depending on the villain. Because the problem is, and it's always been a problem for Bruce when he's Professor.
Now they can't separate that Hulk and him anymore, right? They're one now.
They've always been one.
Well, yeah, but they just can't go physically back and forth now.
It all depends. See, this the thing is, his anger, he's human. He's gonna get angry again. Mm-hmm. And the angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger he gets.
Right.
But also that rage.
But he won't go back to that human form.
Oh,
because
you mean Bruce?
they finally
he can.
combined.
He can. Why can't he?
Well, because I thought.
No. He said that he came to terms that he's living with the best of both worlds. You see what I'm saying?
What?
He's got the Hulk strength with his brain.
With him being in control.
With him being in control.
Right,
you see what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But if he lose control,
Right.
it's just like when they went back to the first Avengers movie, and he was like, "This is so demeaning."
Right.
I'm the Hulk.
Yeah,
Hulk
right.
smash.
Right. Well, I'm glad that.
No, man, you gotta be excited for this, man. I will accept no other but excitement for Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk.
There we go. Give me some excitement.
All right. Well, hey, kind of reached that time.
Man, we reached the time.
Yeah. We might do a third part after we'll do a couple other podcasts. We'll just come back.
Yeah, because
finish off
we probably gonna see it again since they gonna re-release it.
with new stuff. Man,
new
they are
stuff.
tapping into new money, more money. They want more of y'all money, you know, and they're gonna get it.
They gonna get it.
They gonna get it.
They gonna get mine.
They're gonna get mine.
So
We're gonna re-release Avengers with extra footage.
and you know you're
More
gonna go see it
footage.
again anyways
Of
after you
course.
see Spider-Man.
Of course.
Because you're gonna want to watch it and
Oh
then go
my
see
gosh.
Spider-Man.
I can't-
And we didn't even get into the fight scene.
Oh, I can't wait for that
We
Spider-Man.
didn't get into the fight scene.
That's the fight scenes. Oh my gosh. You know what? When we come back for Avengers Part 3,
We only gonna talk about the fight
fight
scene.
scene. That's it. We're not
I
gonna
know.
no more of this other stuff.
No, we won't break it. We're gonna break
do
down the fight scene.
That's
Yeah.
it. And then we're done.
Yeah, and then we'll be done because I can go on and on because going into time, we're gonna break down the
That
fight
was
scene.
that time we
Okay,
we did that timeline pretty
wanna
good.
Say,
What's up?
I just want to say one thing. One of my funniest parts of the movie.
Captain America versus Captain America.
That was a great fight.
That was awesome. Go ahead.
After he knocked him out and he looks around and he says, "Damn right, that's America's ass." Was that not funny?
That was funny. Oh
Because
man,
him and
it's
Tony
like-
was still a little edgy, and Ant-Man was trying to play the kiss butt, and he was
yeah.
like, "No, that's America's
man.
ass." And he
Now
was
guess
like,
who's back?
"Guess who's back?"
Loki. He's gonna have his own movie.
We're
now.
gonna get into that too. He's gonna have his own TV show.
He's gonna have his own TV show, but he ain't the same Loki.
No,
He's back. He's the evil Loki now.
well, he wasn't evil then. He was just Loki. He was the god of mischief.
No, he was evil. No,
He wasn't evil.
He was in the handcuffs, getting ready
But
to
that- he
go to
wasn't- he
jail.
still wasn't
He
evil.
just tried to destroy the earth. He will not destroy. He tried to
Right,
conquer
but
the
he
earth.
still wasn't evil.
He was evil in those
he
days.
was just
yes,
trying.
he was.
He wasn't evil.
He was evil, man. Come
Okay, he
on.
never been
He was a
evil.
soft guy before he died, and now he's an
No,
evil
no,
dude.
You're right.
Okay.
But he still was the same.
So-
because remember, he was going back to Asgard anyways.
To go face penalty for his crimes.
And he didn't get no penalty.
Because he just dipped off now.
No, I mean, but he didn't get penalty the first time anyway.
He was in a little prison.
No.
He needed his help because
he went to
sister
prison.
came out.
He went to prison after.
I mean, not sister.
Remember, he went to
That
prison after he tried to take over the spot of his dad.
Exactly. And they took him out because those dark elves came out. Right. So, anyways, we'll go back to that. Anyways, hey, thank you for listening to Grown Folks Kids Shows
GPS.
and allowing us to.
Navigate you through this podcast.
I think you need to say that a little louder.
You want me to say that louder?
Yeah. Go
Check this out.
Put some little oomph to it, man.
Let me navigate you through this podcast.
All right. So hey, thank you,
Quiet
GK Nites. I hope we did okay. And talking about, you know, I'm not as big as a nerd as he is when it comes to comics.
Yeah,
But I'm there, though.
We're working on that, though.
I'm
We're
there.
working
Oh
on
no,
that.
hey,
I got
hey,
some stuff for
hey,
you.
I can talk some comic stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I got some stuff
I'm
for you.
DC.
No, you don't want to go there.
I'm DC. I'm Star Wars.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Actually, I'm a Trek and Star Wars
No,
guy.
we can do that too.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, anyways, hey, so we do need to do a Star Trek episode because I got some thoughts.
Okay.
I got some thoughts. Hey guys, stay tuned. Give us a couple more podcasts. We're gonna tap into some of that Star Wars action.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
Yo, you know what? Hey, after you finish listening to us, if you made it through our rambling on this one,
Yep.
send us some ideas of what you want us to talk about. You know, do
Yeah.
you got some idea? Do you got some things?
Send us
something, social
Anything.
issues, comics, movies,
Anything.
any kind of, you know what? Anything.
We want now. Here's the rules.
It's gotta be family friendly, though.
Family friendly. We're men of faith, so we're not gonna talk all crazy, psychotic, crazy, dark, and crazy things.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about no drugs and alcohol.
If it's a social issue.
Oh, it's a social issue, yes, but I ain't talking about.
Because I don't
this-
drink anyway, so.
Yeah.
Or
We're
take
not
drugs.
gonna talk about all crazy stuff. But
Right.
we're good. It's a family friendly,
Yeah,
thing.
we'll take care of it.
Listen, we ain't cheesy. And listen, we ain't all super holy either. You know what I'm saying? We're just the right type for you guys to talk to. So, hey, thank you for listening to GPS. That's right, the Grown Folks Podcast Show. And you know what? We're going to hit you up later.
Stay
Or hit
kid.
us up later.
Stay kid. Peace out.
Yo.